We are at a crossroads, Fiona. My pursuit of your land is not greed. It is survival.
I had so much fun watching the two of you together in this. Often in stories set in this time period, there's a clash between the wealthy and everyone else. But what really sets this story apart is that there are two women at the center of it. And I also love that we get the chance to see how each of these women are with their families. So I'm curious what you each think of what these women think of each other and their family relationships, because I would imagine they probably have very different feelings than they do about their own.
Yes. I don't think that Constance is a particularly attentive or natural parent, even though she has 3 kids who are grown when we find them. And I think that her time and her effort is really focused on the pursuit of her end goal, which is about expansion and expanding the town and expanding her silver mines, and that anything that gets in the way of that pursuit is to be removed, and that's really where her big focus is.
You'd like to remove Fiona?
Yes, yes. Speaking of
removing an obstacle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fiona's obviously the other side of the tracks. She doesn't have any money. There's no kind of privilege, and there's a deep envy looking at Constance for Fiona, and I think she wants some of that. And so, yeah, you've got 2 women deeply at odds for extreme reasons just to begin with.
Is that kind of tension fun to play when you don't know just how far someone will go to protect their family?
Yeah, I mean, in episode 1, obviously we know what happens, which is horrendous, and the revenge aspect of that is carried throughout. It's fun to sit on such an untruth and be in the presence of somebody who you're constantly lying to, and they know it somewhere.
In episode 5, I mean, to get into spoilers a bit, in episode 5, Fiona makes Constance admit to the misdeeds that she did to their land. Lena, why do you think Fiona wanted Constance to admit to everything? Did she just want the satisfaction of hearing her say it?
Yes. I think it's really that simple. I don't think it goes I think it's a game of like, how much can she, from this privileged, wealthy woman, what can Fiona? I think she just gets a slight kick out of like bending Constance.
But also there's that there's something that I want from you, and I really, really, really want it, and I think there's the assumption that I think that if I reveal and admit to these things, then you will, at the very least, hand over the thing that I want to. She may not hand over the truth, but she'll at least hand over the thing that I want, and she does neither, which is like, I mean, there is a scream, a primal scream that Constance lets out that feels like it's the release of all of that fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Gillian, because Constance is so measured in the emotion that she shows, that it's kind of hard to know what her true motives are a lot of the time. Do you think she is someone who just goes home and screams into a pillow when no one is listening?
That's funny. I mean, I think she's probably really, truly not used to not being in control, not being able to buy her way out of something or to convince somebody because of her standing, societal and economic standing, to convince them to do what she wants. And so the fact that there is this, nobody who is standing in the way of progress that is selfless progress is absolutely infuriating. So, yeah, probably is the answer. But only in relation to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lena, Fiona is someone who can't help but lash out with her own emotions. That really kind of comes to a head when she blows up this whole land deal that they're in the process of working out. So do you think Fiona honestly believed that they could make this agreement and follow through on it? Like, when she knows that she kind of has this way of lashing out, do you think she thinks about how that will affect everyone?
How do I answer that one? I mean, there's been some changes, I think, within what we made and what was kind of put together. So sometimes you're like, oh, okay, there's a different story happening.
Yeah.
But I think Fiona's drive is always, she's always kind of thinking what is morally correct and what is going to advance me and the family. And then there are parts of Fiona that are just absolutely stubborn and pig-headed and kind of sabotage. She likes to test, you know what I mean? And I think she always, because she's such a God-fearing woman, there is this deep relationship she has with God where she's like, he is my backstop, he's always gonna save me, until she starts to question that. And that's been her only kind of solid belief until it begins to not be anymore.
Because, as you mentioned, this series did go through some transitions with the changing episode count and Kurt Sutter leaving. How much did that change the ending of the season? Were you always going to have this big confrontation and fight, or did things change a lot among your characters along the way?
I think there was always going to be a confrontation at the end. You were always going to have a cliffhanger, no matter what. I just think that that it needed some internal restructuring, and ultimately, in the end, I think it clarifies some of the different. There's so many different storylines and characters and stuff. I think there was an effort to clarify, and so I think it does that. Yeah.
Have you had any bigger conversations about where this story and these characters would continue to go in a possible season 2 or even beyond that? I feel like this season only just barely scratches the surface of what could happen in this town. So, I mean, I know I need to know if both of them survived this fire, because I need more of them together.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's been conversations, but I think it all depends on the next little while and whether it's something that is embraced and that people want to see more of.
Have you guys thought about what you would want to see happen with them, with your characters?
It's funny, I've never done that. I've never, even with X-Files, I never ever thought, if we do another season, I wonder what would I like to do? Do I want to do a back kick or have a Glock instead of a, I don't know. You?
What? Hold, please.
What? What?
I mean, listen, I'm always up for riding horses and shooting guns and having a fight. I think that would be super fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fun to watch the fight scene between the two of you, because there's something satisfying about it. There's also something I particularly enjoy when a fight scene like that, when you have to kind of use things that are around you. What was it like to do that fight scene together? How much of it did you actually get to do? Do you enjoy doing that kind of thing?
Oh, yeah, we did a lot. We did a lot. Yeah.
We were both like, yeah, I'm totally down.
Yeah. It was exhausting. It was really exhausting, but fun. I have the table leg.
You do?
That I beat you with.
You have a leg, you have a hat. What else did you take? Klepto Gillian.
No, they gave it to me as a rap gift.
Oh my God, hilarious.
I know,
because you loved it.
Because I loved beating her.
Yeah.
With it, yeah.
I can vouch.
So yeah, I have it. Mm-hmm. I need to get you to sign it if you don't mind.
No, sure, anytime.
Do you have to explain that to people that's the thing that I need to beat one of my co-stars with?
Sadist.
Yeah. In another time.
Yeah.
Sorry. No,
that's okay. I'm imagining, people wondering what this random thing is that you have, and you having to explain
well,
that to
yeah.
people.
I mean, you've already mentioned fire, so that's not going to be a secret anymore. So we have a fight.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll save this till it's not.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, we have a knockdown, drag out fight where Constance beats Fiona with the leg of a table,
Which she keeps.
and there were a few of them that were rubber legs. And I was gifted one from the props department because I enjoyed myself so much, I think. No.
Yes, you said it now.
Yeah, it was very satisfying.
Lena, did you have as much fun with it? Did they give you anything to, that you can tell people you used?
Oh my God, do you see what she does to me?
I didn't do anything. You hit me with a leg. I didn't do anything to you. I got a few punches in.
You certainly did, yeah.
No, I didn't keep anything. No one gave me anything. I got no gifts. I'm discovering today Gillian was lauded with gifts, and I got fuck all. So I'm going to complain later.
I feel like that should change for season 2.
Yeah, come on.
Things definitely get dialed up in a very dangerous way between these characters when Constance's son rapes Fiona's daughter. I mean, obviously that from the very beginning is a very early turning point in their story. And I'm curious, I wondered about whether things might have played out differently if Fiona had told Constance about what happened. But it seems like in this time period, Willem never would have been held responsible for what he did. So how did you guys feel about how all of that played out? What did you think about how your characters reacted to and dealt with what actually happened?
I love the way it was played out because you just said he wouldn't be held responsible. That doesn't really happen now much anyway. And
really?
I think no.
Well, men are very often not held responsible
That's
for
what I'm saying.
raping
It doesn't.
women.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't happen.
Oh.
It still doesn't happen.
Oh, it still doesn't happen.
Yes.
Sorry. I
I was like, what? Yes.
We're getting deep.
I think we're pretty.
Deep
I think
on Collider.
we're relevant in the telling of it, and I love the way it was handled, and I think it was in that capacity of that time with kind of the religious element for Fiona and Dahlia. It was this fear that they should hold their sin and atone for it. And she, obviously the other side of Fiona, to keep some kind of power and keep everyone safe, she couldn't tell Constance. And then I think it becomes kind of enjoyable to watch her know she knows, and she just won't give up the one thing that would change everything.
Well, it would be one thing if it was left at that, but it wasn't left at that.
Yeah.
She's not going to come to me and say, well, I killed your son because he raped my daughter. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. Anyway, but it certainly adds a lot of tension. And so there are many, many scenes that take advantage of that tension and that secret.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised they kept from going at each other for as long as they did. I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner because of all of the tension that just kept building up. I was surprised they didn't try to knock each other out long before they did.
I think they would have loved to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were being
Yes.
civil until they could no longer be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. I just want more of the two of you together. It was delightful to watch you both. So thank you so much.
We have a podcast coming up.
Thank you.